Well, the FlyBaby saga continues. Here's another turnbuckle I found bent under the wing. This is 2. And it's kind of grubby looking thing. And that's totally unacceptable. This is what holds. These are the cables that hold the wing on. These are the flying wires. This one, it's got a little tweak in it. As you can see, I took them off. Pull my shafts off. And the clevises, these are actually heavier than required, and it causes a problem. The idea of this thing is too small. It's smaller than the one called for. What it calls for is the AN115-61. That's what this is. And the strength, thing's like 6,100 pounds, what it's rated for. So that's a lot more than I'm going to have to worry about in this airplane. You hit that kind of stress and you got some issues. Airplane's a little heavy on the gross. The previous owner, or the original builder by the looks of it, went with the 5/16 cable instead of 1/8, which is good. Problem is, here's the, as you can probably tell, here's the issue you're going to run into trying to put thimbles on those cables. So this one, he just stuck them on bare, and again the ID here is a little small. Smaller than it actually is on what it calls for. I think this is either 80 or... yeah, this is an AN115-80. Weight is like 8,000 pounds. That's what it's rated for. So, another thing I found, these are the anchor bars that go into the axles. So how FlyBaby works here. Yeah. That slides in there. There's a bolt here and here to hold this in. Now I read the plans and all this stuff, and I ran into another problem. Pete says these need to be snug. Well, as you can see, that is anything but snug. Like vertical movement. Side to side, you're going to get a little even if it is snug. As you can see, that ain't snug. So that's like throwing a weenie down the hallway, that thing. So, the 2 holes on either side, they weren't drilled the same. I don't know if this is 4130 or not. I got a feeling it is. I hope it is, because it's only 1/4 inch. You're supposed to go thicker stock if you use mild. So I got a couple 18-inch strips of 4130 chromoly. As you can see, the bolt holes aren't quite the same. That's not a great big deal, I guess. Personally, I would like to have them all the same, but what can you do? It is what it is. The bolts that were holding it in there are fine. The joyous part was drilling these holes to fit the existing setup. So I made wooden, that's what these are for. These are backups. I made these up, wooden mock-ups of getting these holes right, and use them as a template to get these holes right. That was a piece of work in itself, let me tell you. Because the holes weren't quite, this one, the back ones are pretty good, but they were off. I think the back one, this one's off. think a 32nd, and this one's off almost a 16th. This part's easy. That's where your shackle's supposed to go, and I'll show you a change I'm going to make on that as well. Yeah, so you go looking for trouble in an airplane, you're going to find it. Thing is, you want to find stuff like that, because if you don't, you're probably going to die. So I want to stretch out as long as I can. These are probably the scariest part of the whole find right there. Another thing about these, they're British. Can't get them. Not, you know, I thought they're AN. They're British, so I can't even find them anywhere. To replace them, so that meant new cables, and I figured since I'm doing new cables, I want thimbles on the ends of the cables. The only way I can do that is only having 2 cables. You might get a third in there. Even with the 1/8, it's quite the cluster with the cables. So I'll half-ass set it up and show you what I'm up to, with the advice of a fellow here who's been home building airplanes for probably 40 years. Something else I had to do was mark them left and right. So where the mark is for left side means it's facing forward. I found that was necessary due to the cockeyedness of the bolt holes. Well, we're getting there. I get the new anchor bars in, or cleats, whatever you want to call them. And as you can see, I already started making up the cables. And buddy, this takes a while. So, got all this is in. As you can see, it's tight, even though these aren't really tight yet. But these have bars in there pretty tight. The other one was sloppy. Got the extension made for the shackle. I got one on the back that's bent, and it lines up with the rear anchor plate there. You can see I got the brand new turnbuckles. Here's the new turnbuckles, and here's what I took off. I'll get one that doesn't have a piece of cable hanging out of it. Considerable difference in the cable eye of the turnbuckle. Note the lack of corrosion. I was going to go with the bigger ones, but I figured reducing weight and drag a little bit with the standard size instead of the long ones. Plus, if you're careful enough making the cables, you don't need all this adjustment. And here's another thing about using these. The size of the pin. So, and ironically, all these anchors are drilled 1/4 inch, which I found hokey, with a little tiny pin in them. Don't think that would cause any problems, but the upside is these fit right on, no drilling, and no making new ones because of the thickness of the hole increase. Sometimes you'll leave your metal a little thin. So anyway, rusty, bent, boy. And there's some kind of chemical a guy mentioned in the Facebook site for FlyBaby, so I can get from aircraft spruce and keep the corrosion off these turnbuckles under the wires. So we'll have to look into that. And for heat shrinking, this stuff here is what I'm using. let me tell you, it shrinks like a son of a bitch. It's thick and it's hard. And shrinks up really nice, and it's got a glue adhesive inside. And it seals up beautifully. The only downside is it's expensive. Yeah, but hey, it's for an airplane. So I got everything done. The temporary zip tie holding the arrows on the wires. Did all the tensions and everything. Wires are all finished up. Checked the preload and the bearings for the wheels, all done. And I had a fellow come over and go over everything just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Second set of eyes never hurts. I use this thing too to get the pairs of wires the same tension. Works great. But I'll tell you, you have forearms like Popeye by the time you get to the last set of cables, because it's good for over 350 pounds. Yeah, there's maybe a little better look at how I did the mounts for the wires. I used the original setup as the anchor bar that goes into the axle. 2 bolts on the other side hold all that in place, but because these are 532, ended up making 2 smaller brackets, so that way, stay in the picture here, that way I got 2 532 cables with thimbles. They fit nicely inside, and that way I don't get everything bunched up, because the only way to get them into one thimble or shackle is without thimbles. I don't like that idea, so I want the thimbles, and this is what we came up with. And everything here is 4130 chromoly steel. That's 1/4 inch, and this is about 3/16. And the wind doesn't want to go away. One nice calm day when you're getting reacquainted. Yeah.